I have compiled together the best tips for combat and exploration, how to find secret boss fights and special weapons. I mean, all types of juicy information you need to know in Black Myth Wukong. I got timestamps below, so if you already know a certain tip or don't want something spoiled, feel free to skip ahead. If you see a boss charging up or engaging a powerful attack, you can use Immobilize right at that moment, because if you're able to break its stance and stagger that enemy, it will deny the attack it was charging up. But be aware, if the boss is already mid-attack, then using Immobilize might have zero effect. Like sometimes you just waste the spell and then you are the one getting rejected. When you are on fire, stop, drop, and roll. Stop, drop, and fucking roll. And no, I am not joking. When you are scorched, which is what they call burning alive, if you roll around on the ground, it will drastically help put out the flames. So in chapter 3, you'll probably notice these jail cells locked up by some purple Barney magic. Looking at these things, man, they give me PTSD. Well, you can open these by defeating a secret boss up ahead. And trust me, this is extremely worth it for the rewards in the end. So if you made it to the upper Paganda shrine, you can just dip right down in here and catch this dude creeping like a sussy baka. He's got lots of projectiles, it's very annoying. You can use your L2 spin to deflect what you can. And now, after defeating him, all the cells will be open. One of the first cells down in Lower Paganda will hold this right here. You can rip out this weapon from a dead body like Excalibur. The Ashen Slumber Transformation. Yes sir, you heard that right. A new sick-ass transformation. You can slice with your giant sword, or literally blow fire, or kamikaze explode yourself. But that's not all, folks. This dude in that same cell where we find the Ashen Slumber spell, he is apparently a prince, and he's got a little quest for you. It's called the Prisoner Quest, and if you complete it, he will reward you with a truly one-of-a-kind weapon. So I highly recommend you check that out. It requires you to progress a bit further in the game. If you're at low health, use a transformation, such as Red Tides. It will grant you a new health bar, ensuring your actual main health bar is not at risk. And then, when you return to your normal form, you will have a full bar of stamina. So, if you're in the situation where your cheeks are getting clappered, you got low health, low stamina, use the transformation and it can save your life. Another tip is to use the transformation at the beginning of the fight. These have the longest cooldowns, like 1 or 2 minutes. Well, if you start the fight engaged in the transformation, then you'll deal a chunk of damage, smack them around, then most likely will have the chance to transform again later in the fight. And another tip, you can use the transformation itself to evade an attack. You are granted some iframes during that moment of shifting forms. So, when fighting the Stone Vanguard in Chapter 2, you'll notice this stone turtle dude chilling right here.
Damn, boy, he's thick!
Well, if you retrieve all 6 Buddha eyes from the 6 Buddha heads in the surrounding area, and then you deliver them to the turtle dude, this allows you to resurrect him and witness the fight of the century. 2 colossal stone titans duking it out. When the stone turtle inevitably wins, he'll then turn his attention towards you. After defeating it, you will receive the Cloud Pattern Staff, one of my favorites, because it buffs the damage on your charged heavy strikes. So let me quickly give you some tips on how to become a beast with this weapon. See, first, the Smash Stance with the Resolute Counter Flow. Now, performing Resolute Strike is pretty simple. You can consume a focus point to perform an overhand heavy attack, which is Resolute Strike. Right, got it. But the wording on the next part can be a bit confusing. Basically, it's like a parry. You can parry the enemy with your Resolute Strike, performing it just as the enemy attacks. If done correctly, it should nullify all damage. Now for other abilities, we got Versatility, which buffs varied combos. Now this will make the Skyfall Strikes ability even more powerful. And then you definitely want Smashing Force leveled up. Then you tack on Quick Hand to speed up our charging rate, combined with Force Unbound. I mean, damn dude, just look at this. Look how easy this is. The secondary damage ability is the cherry on top, dealing extra damage based on the enemy's health. So when you start a fight by sprinting in, guns blazing with a fully charged heavy attack, you will deal massive damage with this ability. Considering the charged heavy attack actually has very far range, you can perform it from a safe distance. I like pairing this up with immobilization. Immobilizing the target, then breaking them out of it with a charged heavy strike is lethal. Now, one of the best armor sets for this setup could be the Bronze Brigade. As you can see, this armor buffs the immobilization skill quite effectively. All of this synergizing together to provide a constant barrage of hefty strikes. If you don't have Black Myth Wukong, now is your chance to grab it at a discount. I have a link in the description for instant gaming where you can buy video games much cheaper than anywhere else. The entire community needs to know about these discount prices, man. Like, look, on Steam, the Cyberpunk Ultimate Edition is over $80, but on instant gaming, it is only half that price. Modern AAA games are usually bumping $60, $70 price tags, but nope, not instant gaming. Also, you can pre-order Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, Lies of P, Ghost of Tsushima, Monster Hunter, all that, and all at a price lower than anywhere else you'll find. Even discounts for game cards and subscriptions. They have excellent reviews on Trustpilot, 24/7 customer support. I myself purchased a couple games from here to make sure it's reliable before doing a partnership with them. And yep, they are solid. Also, my custom link below will allow you to enter a special giveaway. Simply create an account with them and you'll be in the running for a chance to win a prize of your choice. So by shopping on Instant Gaming using my links below, not only will you get a discount on the games you buy, but you'll also be supporting me and supporting my channel, which I greatly appreciate. Whether you're maidenless or Chad-tastic, you should be buying your video games here at Instant Gaming. You should know enemies are most vulnerable to stagger and being knocked down in two situations that I've seen. Number one is right at the end of an attack or right when they finish an attack. If you can counter at this moment, it has a good chance of staggering. So for example, your Unveiling Strike move that you perform during Cloud Step, you want to use this right after the enemy attacks, before they get their footing. And number two is when they are already staggered. If you got them stumbling or stunned, smash them again, and you'll have a good chance of knocking the boss all the way down a second time. Also, it is much more effective and easier to stagger a boss using, for example, a single fully charged heavy strike with 3 focus points rather than, say, 2 charged heavies with only 1 focus point each, because you want to inflict as much poise damage as possible in the shortest amount of time. You can imagine the boss has a poise meter that is always decreasing and fading out over time, so you need to beat that bitch up swiftly. So I recommend saving up until you have 2 or 3 focus points rather than consistently performing attacks with only a single focus point. Think quality over quantity. I have found this area right here around Rockrest Flat Shrine to be one of the most beneficial spots to farm. Around here there are several giant mutated porcupines that have a decent drop rate for silk, gold, Yaoguai cores, and even mind cores, which are very important since you use them as currency to pay Shoe Dog over here to permanently enhance your stats. Even simply for grinding will points, this is a great spot because you can easily kill these dudes with a charged heavy smash build, which actually the build I showcased to you earlier in the video is what I'm using right here. And as you can see, it is devastating. You fully charge your heavy attack, sneak up from behind and clap its cheeks off. Easy money. So the secret waterfalls. There are 2 waterfalls that initially deny you access. Apparently you don't have the right. You need a specific item to allow entrance. In Chapter 2, around the Valley of Despair Shrine, you'll fight this giant raving bumbleclot.
Hi, how are you?
After defeating it, you'll notice a wall. This wall looking sussy, looking suspicious. Well, go ahead and smash that with your stone Buddha spirit. You must use this specific spirit to crack it, and boom, it's cracked. Inside of here, you can obtain the long scales. This item allows you to enter the waterfalls. The first in Chapter 1 allows you to fight a sick-ass lightning dragon. I have one vital tip for you. When you smack them down, use heavy attacks to break these lightning jars. These jars are essentially this dragon's nutter butters. So if you really hit him hard, this dude is going down. The second waterfall is in Chapter 2, around Rockrest Flat, where you end up fighting this giant drumming bull. In the end, this waterfall side quest grants you the ability to craft one of the best weapons in the game. Another secret quest line is with this stone amalgamation dude. In Chapter 2, we have the Man of Stone, and he wants you to kill the Mother of Stone. Matricide is tight. From the Rockrest Flat Shrine, you just go right up this way, and you'll come across the Mother of Stone. You beat her ass, then return to the Man of Stone, and then you gotta beat his ass. You will receive the Azure Dust transformation. You can use this spirit as a tank and run through attacks. It's pretty damn cool. Also, you can now purchase certain items from this stone dude, one of which is the sombering item that you are required to give the drunken boar, right in that same desert area, which then starts his quest line. So very productive adventure here. After starting the drunken boar quest line, you can find him on the side of the Tiger Temple. You talk to him, give him a Jade Lotus, and then go back to the same desert from before and pimp slap him real quick. After which, you'll finally gain access through these doors to a whole new hidden area with multiple bosses and loot and all that juicy goodness we long for. Now, a tip for your settings, ultimately it is up to you. However, I believe having the damage numbers turned on is very, very helpful because now you know exactly how much damage you're doing and you can compare and experiment with these numbers. Plus, you're able to see when you perform critical strikes. Without the numbers, you're just looking at the health bar like, oh, yeah, that was a lot. That was big. That was bigger than before. And damage numbers are also a festival of dopamine.
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
Now, I'm sure you already know your L2 spin can block projectiles, but it's not just arrows. Almost every ranged attack can be deflected, such as magic spells, the spikes this rockhead shoots out, even the literal poop these dudes are throwing at me. All of it can be blocked. Also, it is probably the best way to build up focus, especially with this tree line here. This entire line is designed to farm focus points with L2 spin. This will speed run your focus bars, which you can then follow up with a fully juiced heavy attack for big damage. The thing is, of course it's great for when you have a boss stunned or knocked down. Just use that opportunity to go ham. However, that is not the only time it is viable. It can be useful damn near any time in a fight. See, during your light attack combo, you can dive straight into this L2 spin, smooth as butter. If you integrate this correctly, you can seriously increase your focus point buildup. You want to use it in quick burst, hit and run tactics. Get your focus up a little bit just for a moment, then dip away. You've seen this jumping light attack into the heavy attack combo, the ultimate Cheesemeister combination. Well, what's truly special about this combo is that the heavy attack will consume focus points. So, if you have 2 or even 3 focus points, this allows you to very swiftly dish out hefty damage. I mean, this gotta be one of the quickest and safest ways to deal heavy poise damage. Great for staggering, so keep that in mind. It was pretty helpful once I realized you can continue to use light attacks even after you've run out of stamina. In case you missed them, use portraits to keep track of any and all bosses in that area you may have missed. If you see question marks, that means there are boss fights you have not discovered yet in your current or previous chapter, whatever you've progressed up to so far. I swear to God, dude, for the longest time, I was like, yo, I need silk. Where the hell can I farm some silk? I need silk. I finally realized I've been ignoring the shop that is integrated in the shrine. This shop continues adding new options to buy, and silk is available. You can buy it right there. We also got Jade Lotus, Mind Cores, all types of useful items, which you can then use to craft medicine bottles. Do not ignore these either. They are very cheap to craft with huge benefits. You can use a quick jumping heavy attack to jump higher than you normally could. It's helpful for climbing roofs or ledges. There are plenty of invisible walls in the game. However, I have found areas which you can climb upwards. With a little parkour, you can skip up to another path, so be on the lookout. A quick tip for the pillar stance, I recommend using its charged heavy attack after you already have at least one focus point built up. This is because you will start the charging at a higher height on the pillar, the second stage, granting you more safety compared to the first stage height that you start from with no focus points. In general, two abilities I highly recommend you spec into are Exhilaration and Composure. With Composure, you'll be finishing your light attack combo much more often, which makes a significant difference because now you don't have to solely rely on heavy attacks to deal big boy damage. You'll now have plenty of light combo finishers as well. And then Exhilaration, optimally you want to be generating and expending focus points as fast as possible. If done right, your health bar will greatly benefit with passive healing. I recommend you go all in on one stance, focus on a certain playstyle and truly excel in it, rather than being mid or moderately strong at multiple things. Like for example, go all in on smash stance and buff your charged heavy attacks. Or go all in on the thrusting stance. Pick one combat style and build around it. At least in the beginning. When you start dropping points on the whole board later in the game, you can be more diverse. Considering you can respec for free at any checkpoint, you can always switch it up if you need. Don't forget to check out the instant gaming platform because this actually helps you to save money rather than spending extra. Like, I actually feel good about promoting this. Well, please subscribe for more awesome content like this. I thank you for watching and I'll talk to you later. Stay golden.